Crystal Palace's potential Europa League participation has been thrown into doubt. Nottingham Forest have reportedly penned a letter to UEFA, expressing their concerns over Crystal Palace's potential participation in the Europa League, given the existing multi-club ownership rules. John Textor, an American businessman who owns a 43% stake in the Premier League team, also holds ownership of Lyon, who have qualified for Europe's secondary competition. The Eagles' top brass have held meetings with UEFA officials to clarify Textor's situation. However, Forest could benefit if UEFA decides to exclude Palace from the Europa League. The Nottingham club had an impressive year, vying for the Champions League, but ultimately settling for the Europa Conference League after finishing 7th. They could potentially move up if Palace are found to be in violation of UEFA's rules. The Times report that Forest have been in touch with European football's governing body about this issue. Much will hinge on whether Lyon themselves are permitted to play in the Europa League. UEFA's club financial control body, CFCB, barred Lyon from European competitions in December, but allowed them to continue after the club met certain requirements. However, the French side is under careful scrutiny by the CFCB and could be disqualified from next season's Europa League for any infractions. The case involving Crystal Palace could potentially end up at the Court of Arbitration for Sport, with Nottingham Forest also considering legal action if the Eagles are deemed eligible. UEFA's strict adherence to their rules could pose a problem for the FA Cup winners. Eagles shareholders Textor and David Blitzer have proposed placing their shares in a blind trust to ensure the club's eligibility to compete in Europe next season.